Shalom. So we're going to look at Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 32. It says, "But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul." Right? So in this situation, we're not going to talk about manipulative women who their intention is set out to do things. We're not talking about that. We're talking about people who are innocent, right? They did not have the intention, but it happens because these things do happen, right? A woman can be faithful in her nature, but when that energy is broken, she does things outside of that nature, right? Not because she intended to, but these things do happen. And we have to make a clear distinction between the two types. It's important for us to understand, because sometimes a woman might commit adultery, but when you look at it and look at the situation, you can, forgive that person and pursue the relationship, right? Because you know her intentions, you know how she is, because you've been together for a while and you know what she would and wouldn't do, right? So you know that the intention was different, but you have other people who would do it for the pleasure, or do it just to make the man feel jealous, or to whatever it is. That's a different intention, right? Now, when you look at these examples, hurt or broken, or a woman that is drinking, even though you should not drink above what you can handle. So if your limit is 1 beer, then you should do at least half a beer. You don't go to your exact limit. You stay beneath, right? So let's look at a situation where a woman is hurt, right? We grew up in a culture where we were never taught how to process how we feel. We were never taught how to process our own emotions. So what we would normally do is to talk to other people about it. So we seek counsel from other people, and we never try to figure out the other people's intention who are giving us counsel, right? So there are two types of men that is mentioned here, and we're going to look at these two types, because when a woman is seeking counsel from a smart man, is different from when she's seeking counsel from a wise man. What is the difference between a smart man and a wise man? A smart man knows what to do but doesn't do it. So this is the man that he will speak a certain way. He will give you the best counsel for the relationship, but guess what? When you start to feed into all of these things that the smart man is saying, you are gravitating to what he is saying and thinking you're gravitating to him. But he, because he knows what to do but doesn't, what happens is that he is going to take advantage of you, right? He's not gonna stop you and say, hey, right? He's still gonna go into that adultery. And this is why when you read on, it says, "A wound and dishonor shall he get," because it's a dishonor. Where's the honor in that? Huh? Where's the honor when a woman comes to you to tell you about her situation and you take advantage of it? When you know that was not her intention, she was hurt, she was drunk, right? Is this would this did not happen when she was not drinking, or when she was not going through a phase in her life, whether it be stress from a family member that passed, or a loved one, that whatever the hurt is. We all have different hurt, right? So whatever the hurt is, whatever she's going through, this is the problem with the smart men. They can tell you things, but they don't have that ability to restrain their senses. And this is why it's easy for a certain type of women to prey upon the weakness of these quote unquote smart men, right? They can give the best counsels. It's just like a doctor can always tell you, do not smoke or do not drink or this, but as soon as they finish their work and go on the break, they go light up a cigarette. These are the smart men. They can tell you what to do, but they themselves cannot do it. Right? They can tell you how to get to the kingdom of heaven, but they themselves will never make it to the kingdom of heaven. Right? That lack of that inability to control right? So a man can be so smart, yet a simple, manipulative, broken woman can come and twist everything for that man because of his weakness, and his weakness is in his desire, right? So once she shows him that, hey, this is in it for you, right? He's already taken by that desire, right? Now, a wise man knows what to do and he does it. That's the difference. So if she's hurt, broken, whatever it is, having problems in her relationship, guess what? No matter what attention she's trying to give to the wise man, there's always going to be a line, because the wise man has the ability to restrain, right? You have control over your desire. And this is where the wisdom comes from, right? Because wisdom is just the application of what you know, it's the manifestation, right? So you can be smart and absent wisdom, right? A wise man, he has integrity, right? So go on further, he says, a wound and a dishonor shall he get, and his reproach shall not be wiped away. For jealousy is the rage of a man. Therefore he will not spare thee in the day of vengeance. So it's the same thing. A lot of women, they go to other men to discuss problems in their relationship. Then the sex happens. No, because guess what? That was her intention. She's manipulative. So she's going to talk to you just to get back to the other man. No, guess what? You and the other man is at war, right? You and the other man is at war. Just because a simple woman comes in and manipulate you into having sex with her when that was her intention, to make her husband jealous, right? Where is the honor, right? So it's important for us to know who we seek counsel from, right? Know the intention of that person, because they can be there just to watch you ruin yourself, right? So when a woman is drinking or broken, us as men, we need to have more control, right? And if we are not able to do this, we should not be giving these types of counsel, right? Because then what's going to happen is that, how is it that you're coming, a person is sick, coming to you to get healing and understanding, but when she leaves, her situation becomes worse. Hmm? How is it that she's complaining about his man with, let's say, other women, talking to other women, just talking, right? But no, she complained about that and end up having intercourse, right? She cannot go back to her man about how he's talking to other women when she's actually doing that, right? So these type of men, this precept is about these type of men. It's not about the woman, right? Because their intentions were pure, they were innocent, they were just really wanting to understand what was going on in their relationship, and they tried to get the understanding from another man. Because you know how sometimes we think that, okay, maybe a man would, it's good to hear certain things from the perspective of a man, to see, try to understand how men think, or so, because sometimes they might have a husband that they really cannot communicate with on a certain level, right? However, the proper way to do it is that she should go with her husband, right? This is why when that woman was talking to the Messiah, the first thing he said was, where is your husband? And this is what a lot of smart men do not have the ability to do, because of their own desires. They don't have the ability to first analyze the situation, because all they see is an opportunity. They turn grief into opportunity. So they know you're grieving the loss of a family member, the loss of your job, the loss of whatever it is, and they turn that grief into an opportunity because of their own desires. Those are what you call smart men, right? A man of wisdom don't operate in that same manner, right? You don't take advantage because she's hurt, or her head is not clear, to make a proper decision, right? You see her through, get her on her feet, and you know, help her with whatever she seeks your help about. Shalom.